Never do that again.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another brand spanking new episode of PT3600. My name is Ryan A.E. Moore. Joining me, like always, is
Ashton.
And special guest back from the grave is
David.
Oh, well, that was good. That was pretty good. Quinn, welcome back, man.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. What was last time you were on was Bitcade back in 2018.
It was the Hall of Fame episode, so it was like right at the
December.
year.
Yeah,
So,
that would have been December.
Yeah.
Because normally we record that. We're a little got a little late start on that one.
We got
a
some
while
shit
back.
going on,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Who knows when this episode even comes out? So it probably doesn't even pertain to when you guys are. Oh yeah, they did do a Hall of Fame episode. Oh, it was in January. Yeah. Anyway, Quinn, welcome back, man. It's you're back from the grave. We got a topic that we're going to talk about in this episode, and as you can clearly see, it's You Never Again. And the title of this episode, you're probably wondering, what is it that you never again can do? And that is the main question to all three of us, is you can never again either sleep, eat, walk, drink, or go to the bathroom.
Ooh.
All right? Out of those options, let's go with what we're going to pick, and then we get to debate what we think and why that's the better choice. We'll start with, we'll go with Ashton, and then we'll go to our guest of honor, and then I'll finish it out here. Ashton,
Okay.
what would you choose out of those
So
selections?
immediately I would want to go bathroom because, I mean, you can end up spending a lot of time in there, a lot of times wasted, you know?
True.
You got to take bathroom breaks. You know, if you're watching a movie, you got to go pee. You know, you just end up using the cup so you don't have to go to the bathroom. But now you don't have to do that. So it's a really, really inconvenient task. Now, my question is, if I were to do this, if I were to never go to the bathroom again, will I have the urge to, or where's my urine? Where's my food going?
It goes out your pores.
Yeah, you excrete it. You smell like ammonia like anytime you walk around people.
Oh.
No. Because you're choosing, if you choose the bathroom one, that doesn't happen anymore. Like you just don't do it.
It just like magically disappears.
Yeah,
So
it just
why even
magically
have a
disappears. Exactly.
Why even have a butthole?
It just
Pleasure.
seals.
you just have cheeks and no asshole.
For pleasure purposes.
Cheeks only.
So I have here from reference.com/world/view I don't know what this is. Right here on the front of Bing, and it says men average an hour and 45 minutes per week on a toilet, whereas women average an hour and 20 minutes per week. However, women spend more time in the bathroom than men overall. And it is estimated that women average 1 year and 7 months and 15 days in the bathroom during their lifetimes. What is the average time someone spends on the bathroom? That was the question.
Wow. Well, I mean, I spend a good amount of time, you know, if I'm taking a shit, dropping a hot one.
What is that? Oh, no, Brian. I was going to say something else.
No, I know what you're about to say. That's not what that is, buddy. Relax. I saw
like
your mouth starting to make the ooh, okay. No, but like, you know, a lot of the time, you know, I'm going to be on my phone. I'm just kind of looking at Twitter, checking my DMs, checking the YouTube stats. You know, it's kind of like my routine of checking everything for the day before I start. So my first shit of the day is usually pretty lengthy.
Okay.
Both in physicality and time-wise.
Well, I think another reason why like men spend their time in the bathroom is like you know, the idea of like masculinity. So they go in there
that's not where I thought the M word you were going with.
No. And you know, like, you know, you gotta be a man. You can't cry in front of people. So you go to the bathroom.
So you cry in the bathroom?
You start crying while you're taking a dump. You're like,
Sorry, I had hot wings for lunch.
I did this to myself. Oh man.
just let it all out, like every single bodily fluid. You know?
Yeah.
Good
Man.
point.
Yeah, I guess that would be a thing. The bathroom thing definitely does eliminate time, because that's just like a big old chunk of time just you don't have to do it anymore. You don't have to get up to do stuff.
No more
you don't have to do
diarrhea,
anything.
man.
That's true. That's very true. You won't have to worry about if you
can
don't
talk about whenever you want.
Yeah, you don't have to be self-conscious of whether or not your poop is floating or sinking. You know, you got this, or whether it's coming out solid anyway. Yeah, I don't know. The bathroom thing is definitely a good option, but that's not what I chose.
Oh.
Quinn, what did you choose?
I chose no sleeping.
No sleep.
You know, that's what, like 8 hours a day, right?
Let's
Did
see.
you just cut out?
Roughly. I mean, if you're a normal person, probably 8 hours a day. But let's see.
Depends for me. I mean, I've slept as many as 14 hours in one sleep.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not counting the one where I was on drugs, not recreationally.
Yeah, I don't know why you didn't lead with that and the cause of that. I don't know what you were waiting for
I was
there.
getting all four of my wisdom teeth pulled, and apparently they were super fucking crazy looking. Like, most teeth have like 2 roots, and mine had like 7 or 8.
I had an extra
curly.
tooth.
I had like octopus teeth.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Octopus
So
teeth.
they had to like rip every single one of them out instead of just like making this smooth pull. They'll, like, think of like a screw getting into like wood, and then you're just pulling it straight out. It's like that. And yeah, I had a quick snack, had a laugh, and then I passed the fuck out. Woke up 20 hours later, and then felt like I was gonna die because my pain meds wore off and I was starving. Worst wake up of my life.
So, given that an average person sleeps for 8 hours in a day, that means an average person will sleep for 229,961 hours in their lifetime. Basically, 1/3 of their lifetime is them sleeping.
That was like the amount of time played on Destiny 1 for me.
Oh. Okay.
A third of your lifetime?
Yeah. Felt like
more
it.
than an average person's lifetime is what he said.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. The sleep thing, I feel like for me though, sleep, I like having a good solid sleep.
Well, I like having a good solid dump too.
That's true. That I would prefer a solid dump than a squishy one, but yeah,
Fair point.
yeah, the thing of sleep, you I guess, yeah, before you go to sleep, for me at least, it's like always a chore. But then when you have that nice solid sleep and you get to look at your clock and you're like, I can sleep for 1 more hour.
Yeah,
that's a
bro.
good feeling. That's mentally checking in. And I don't know. But I do think, yeah, 1/3 of your lifetime is just in bed
You
doing nothing.
You gotta be, feeling fresh like a Sprite cranberry.
Gosh, not a sponsor.
Not yet.
That's what they think.
Yeah, we'll see where LeBron James is standing next
I'll
Christmas.
get my
holiday
payday.
season.
Goddammit.
Yeah, so you choose and sleep over all those other ones.
I mean, like, do you? All right.
Never again will you sleep. You'll
Never
always
again.
be awake.
That doesn't mean he's gonna be tired though.
Yeah.
No. That's the thing. Is you
So
you
there's
don't
no
suffer.
repercussions.
Yeah, you don't. There's no repercussions.
It's
to
just
it.
something you
just don't
need
do
to
it anymore. Yeah.
So, do you remember any of your dreams or anything?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We did the dreams episode. We all talked about our dreams.
Yeah, I need my sleep. That's where all my ideas come from. All my weird fucking
I'll daydream.
crazy.
So there you go.
Daydream. Yeah.
There you
Just
go.
space out for
Yeah,
a minute.
exactly. Just like, how many hours have I been awake now?
Shit, am I daydreaming? What the fuck is happening right now? Fuck.
You lose track of the days. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just fly by.
So I guess it's my turn now. My thing is I would choose not to walk again. Now, the only reason why I chose this is because obviously the other two are a little bit easier to choose from. And I was like, well, I kind of want to eat and drink. That's pretty good too. But I would like to do all of these things. Obviously the bathroom one is probably one I would choose, but no innuendo to what he was talking about. But the, what do you call it? Walking, I think because the only repercussions is I couldn't just walk anymore. So that means I would be in a wheelchair, I guess. But it still means I have like access to my arms and whatnot.
but
Most of the stuff I do.
So, does this mean that you're just paralyzed, like you can't feel anything in your legs, or do you still have feeling?
I get, well, according to this,
You can still kick.
Yeah, I can walk. I can only
You
walk.
can swim.
So I guess my legs
I guess
can't
it's-
support my weight to walk.
Damn, so they're like hella skinny. You got like chicken legs.
No, that's not what that is. It's just I can't walk anymore.
Okay.
So I guess I could move them. But I just
Yeah,
can't
you
hold
can
myself. Yeah.
the
Stand.
universe says no.
Yeah. I guess it's all a
You
matter
can
of what we
crawl.
decide. It's our topic. It's not a generalized like
I know.
You can like start crawling around like an animal and stuff.
to get from place to
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
Like, oh my god, there's Ryan. He's crawling away, and then he's in the water. Holy fucking shit! Look
Olympic
how fast
swimmer.
he's going.
Olympic swimmer.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, because like the thing is I like to eat. I like a good meal.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's definitely, I think,
one of my
the
favorite
worst thing to
activities.
just give up
Yeah.
is
I love
food.
food.
And I guess we can before we move on to that, I guess I'll continue to say like why I chose to not walk anymore. And I guess it's more of the I don't know, because walking to me, it's just a thing. You gotta do it. It's like, I don't know why you gotta do it, but
Well,
you gotta do it.
That's a fair point.
Gotta get from
you
place
get-
to
You
place.
get ahead in line in a lot of places. You'll get
You
a
could,
handicap
yeah.
parking
See, that's what I'm
spot.
saying. There's so many benefits to
Yeah,
not walking anymore.
So you
seems like a fair trade.
count as a handicap?
Yeah, I would, because I'd be in a wheelchair. I can't walk around. I can't walk around Disneyland. I gotta.
You get to go to the front of the line. And
That's what I'm saying. If a 400-pound man can cut a line, I think I can cut a line with my little wheelchair while rolling
That's
around.
fair. That's fair. You
But
get one
when
of
they
those little
see you,
I'd be on Space Mountain before anyone else.
When they
can.
see
Oh,
you like
man.
doing your kung fu movie stunts with your,
Exactly. If someone comes up to me and they're like, "Hey, yo, give me all your money," and I go, "Bam!"
Like, you're like, what the hell?
right
Right
in the
ball.
face. Yeah, right in the balls. Just he's about level with me, and I'm like, "Here, stand right in front of me," and then pop right in the nut.
Jeez.
That's pretty good.
They're like, "Oh shit, I didn't know you could kick."
Oh my god.
I just can't walk anymore. How
It's
can you
very
do that? I thought you were
specific.
paraplegic. No, I can still move my leg. How weird would that be, though? Like if you were just walking around like a grocery store, and then you saw this person like wheeling around a wheelchair, and then they were like, "Oh, I got to scratch my leg," and then they just do one of these numbers. They reach.
I was like, I was pissed off.
Yeah, they just lift their leg up, start scratching their foreleg, and then go back down.
I'd like tip over their wheelchair.
But then they gotta. Then I can't walk because I can't stand up.
Yeah, well, they lifted
I'd be
their
like
leg.
I'd be like a reverse turtle where I can't like roll over. Yeah, I don't know. I think if those are the circumstances, I think walking is the best situation because there's so many benefits to it.
There are benefits to it.
Yeah.
that
You
don't
can
get
still
otherwise.
drive too, because you can use your legs.
Yeah, I can use my legs. I can still
Oh
drive.
my god.
That's so stupid.
I just can't.
You're just gonna look like the laziest man.
Yeah, it just
ever existed.
it would be. See, that's the. You might be thinking at home. It's like, well, what's the worst thing? Why is walking even on the list if you could do all these things? There's self-conscious effects. Everyone has to look at you and go, "That motherfucker, he is not hurting at all." If anything, they would be more inclined to rob me.
Yeah, man. The only girl you'd be able to get is a clout chaser. That's it.
A clout chaser.
Yeah. Oh man, everybody just leave my boyfriend alone.
Yeah.
He's hurting. Bitch,
Well,
he
I
can
can
walk.
I can't walk. I can't walk, woman.
It's a big scandal. She gets a big following.
Yeah, she gets
And
more
then she
benefits
gets an
than I do.
OnlyFans, and then she makes a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess let's talk about the ones that. Why would eating be not selected in this?
Okay, so
Because we
eating.
didn't select eating.
Think of all the different types of eats you can get, all the different cultures, all the different countries you can get. Anything you eat, it's like. Have you ever had like an orgasm in your mouth? Not like
No, I can't say I have. I cannot say
Now this
that's happened to me before.
you just have something just
I feel like that's a two-person job.
no, not giving one,
You didn't specify.
not receiving an orgasm,
Okay.
actively having one.
Got it.
Yes.
No.
Not holding someone else's.
Okay.
Just like you have it, like you get something so good that it just makes your whole body tingle, your hairs stand up, butthole tickle just a little bit.
No, I can't say that's happened to me where
Well, you
where
ain't
I've
eating.
gotten goosebumps. I've had good food. I've never reacted like I just jizzed myself.
Like, I have. My eyes roll back.
What would that even be?
Ankle shaking a little bit.
What would that even be?
I had this awesome steak at.
All right, Quinn. Why would you? Go ahead. Let me hear about this orgasm-inducing, euphoric steak that you ate.
It was like a fucking $80 steak.
That's more.
And oh my god, it was moist.
It was moist.
It's just savory. It had so much fat on it. Oh my god.
But it had you shaken by the loins?
Yeah, dude.
No, it did not.
And
I fucking
else,
don't.
When I was in Vegas, when I did my Vegas trip, there's this place at the Paris hotel. They have this breakfast place where you can get. They have like this slab of just bacon. They'll cut off for you, and it's not like store-bought bacon where it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just so, it melts in your mouth. I've never had bacon melt in my mouth before. And oh my God, I had so much of it, I ended up almost shitting my pants because of the level of grease and fat in it. But
that does not sound like I would be like checking myself later to make sure that it's not seeping
it
through.
Was worth it. It was worth it.
But my thing is like, there's
almost scored a few
you're
times.
telling me legitimately that's how you felt when you had that? Not jokingly. I'm legitimately curious. Is that
I didn't feel like I was busting a nut.
Okay.
No, but I felt like
But you had goosebumps like you saw a movie trailer to a new
No,
Transformers movie?
No. It's like no, it's like edging a little bit.
Oh my God. No, I've never had that sort of feeling having food. I've had great food. Like there's
You never like moaned after you put a piece of food in your mouth?
No, I've never done that. I've never been like, oh God, I cannot believe it. I'll have what he's having. I've never had that situation.
Never had
happen
that?
to me. I was like, damn,
Okay, when you
this shit's good. I've had that experience.
When you eventually go to Vegas, I'll be going with you and I'll be taking you to the spot.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, exactly. Let's use different terminology.
It's
Let's
in a
actually
lit
explain.
restaurant. It's not in an alley like it sounds.
Well, like, I've had good food. I've eaten at like Blue Bayou, and I've eaten at like
Taco Bell.
Yeah, the back alleyway that Joe gives me this little mayonnaise sandwich that he says that he makes himself. But I've had multiple places. They can't see your facial expression. You have to like enunciate.
Wookie.
The thing is like, I do think that food is definitely like the worst option to be selecting because like your tongue has so many sensors in it that like your taste buds, I think to not feel that anymore, it would be like, because you can't eat ever again. Like that's how this works. You cannot ever eat ever again. You can't be like, oh, it doesn't affect me anymore, or I can still chew stuff. No, you can still drink stuff. And I know there's like a blurry area there. If it's a liquid, it doesn't qualify for this.
Oh,
so you can blend it.
Oh. Can I get a burger blended, please?
Dude, so in youth group, we had this thing called the Happy Meal Challenge that our youth pastor did.
You did not.
And you would buy... I never did this, but like certain kids would do this. And the youth... Well, I'm not going to out him here, but he was an awesome guy. He was an awesome dude. But anyway, he gets a Happy Meal, cheeseburger, small fry, I think chicken nuggets, and an orange crush when they had orange crush.
Oh man.
And he would dump them all in a blender and then blend it up, and it just looked like this brown sludge.
Whoa.
And every time a kid did it, vomited. Every time. And this is like in front of everyone in the youth group. So they would have a guy and a girl do this, and they would go up on the stage, drink this, and they'd have a trash can. The first time they didn't do it with a trash can, and they made a huge mistake. But they had to run, get a trash can, and the kid threw up in front of everybody.
Nice.
And they do it every single time.
So is this like an annual watch someone puke?
It would happen probably once half a year, like 2 times a year. And then eventually I think it got out and we stopped doing it because no one can hold it down. Because I think it was just like, I mean, McDonald's, their burgers taste like crap when it's like sitting in your mouth long enough. If you don't have anything to drink, it gets that like
once
acidic,
the coating wears off,
well,
it's
there's
all
like,
gross gray meat.
I think it's like the ketchup, like that acid ketchup that they use. It
Yeah,
starts to
acid
get that
ketchup.
burn in your throat.
Oh,
You ever
almost like
know what I'm
battery
talking
acid?
about? Well, you
Yeah.
know that like burn in your throat you get when you eat like a McDonald's cheeseburger or something like that? It's like the bread and the burger. There's not that much meat, so you taste more of all that other stuff.
Yeah, God, I can't eat there anymore. It makes me feel gross.
Oh, I eat there sometimes. But the thing is like I don't know, that feeling was to watch those kids do that. I was like, I am so glad I did not get picked for this because I was.
Oh, it wasn't voluntary.
I think it is originally, and then
Because they just select
they can't
people
force
to be
you.
sacrificed.
They can't force you to do it. So if they pick you and you go nah, but then your friends are all like, dude, you gotta do it, man. You still gotta do it. You gotta get outside. And then it
Sounds like they're
usually
getting picked for the Hunger Games.
Yeah, exactly. They would get picked, and they could either decline or not. But yeah, because they can't force these kids to drink this.
That's not what I'm getting.
Garbage.
I'm feeling like they're getting like chained
It's
up.
that
and
peer
like,
pressure,
forced.
man.
No, they're on stage. They willingly walked up there.
Hey, man, peer pressure's like shackles.
Exactly.
You gotta watch
There you
for
go.
that.
I think figurative shackles. There you go.
Figurative shackles.
Going back to the reasons of why eating is good, though. Yeah, so I guess you could blend things up to get to the drinking part because you could still do that. You just can't eat food. So I don't know.
And you don't have
Never
to,
eat
right?
seafood again.
You don't have to either.
So if I didn't want to eat blended food, I didn't have to.
Yeah, well, you can still get a drink though.
But I
still
don't
gotta-
have to.
No. You the liquid you still have
do
to
have
Oh,
to
drink
you
drink.
still have
because
to
you will
drink?
get
Oh, okay.
dehydrated because drinking is another option.
Dang.
So
okay.
you can still get dehydrated. You just won't starve to death. That's the other thing. Yeah.
Damn.
I can look up a statistic of how
So,
much
like,
food people eat.
I guess the question I would have, the most important one, besides starving to death, is what if you want to gain weight or lose weight? I mean, obviously you could lose weight, no
It
problem.
would be a liquid diet.
But if you want to gain weight, does that mean you have to just like drink a shit ton of food?
So I saw this is the first thing that pops up. Research shows that most humans eat between 3 to 5 pounds of food per day.
Per day. Wow.
Yeah. So let's say
Huh.
4 pounds. 4 pounds times 365 days. That's 1460. That's 1,460 pounds a year. And then let's multiply that by, let's say like a 50-year-old. 73,000 pounds of food in a 50-year-old's lifetime.
Man, I plan on making it to 100 and then dying shortly after.
Okay, let's multiply that by
How much I'm gonna eat.
73,000.
Old people do eat
times
less
2.
though, so I mean, there's that.
That's if you live to be 100, you'll eat. If you eat 4 pounds of food a day, that's 146,000 pounds of food. Which let's see how. I'm curious to know how much an elephant
Now-
weighs.
Divide that by the average weight of a human, and we'll decide how many humans you would have eaten in your lifetime.
Oh.
Okay, so it'd
Let's
be
go
like
like
divided by, let's say like
Wait, which demographic? Are
230.
we talking U.S.? Because it's gonna be a
That's
big
634.78. That's 634.78 humans. If they weigh 230 pounds.
human. Jesus Christ, Quinn. That was fucked up, man.
Oh God.
Wow.
I'm trying to see how much. Think of an animal. What other animal would
Dog.
Dog?
Oh. Well, I mean, there's
There's a lot of dogs though, so I gotta. What would?
medium weight. You're probably looking at 50 pounds.
Let's go with. Let me. Okay. What would you rather me look up? Elephant, hippopotamus, or rhino?
Elephant.
Okay. Let me see how much an elephant weighs.
Isn't it like over a ton?
I think so. A full-grown one. I would love to befriend an elephant.
And then eat
They're
it?
super smart. No.
Okay, so an average
It's right.
African bush elephant weighs 14,000 pounds.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
shit.
That's 7 tons. Right? Isn't 2,000 pounds a ton?
That's 10.42. Well, 10.43 rounded up. Elephants in your lifetime. If you
You've
live to be
eaten 10
100.
elephants.
If you live to be 100,
You've eaten 10
that's
elephants.
how you would be eating 10
You'd
whole
be like
elephants.
a 90-year-old man eating an elephant.
I can even imagine that.
Pass the trunk.
There's only 4 that exist, you asshole.
fuck off. I'm 90.
Oh god. Yeah, because like, so if you live to be 50, let's do that. And then divided by 14.
And if you live to be 50, you are really making
So
bad choices.
if you live to be 50, well, I'm just saying, at the age of 50, you would have eaten about 5.21 elephants.
Well, everybody's got to go sometime.
I haven't even eaten one yet, so I need to start.
Exactly. Well, Quinn, how old are you?
22.
22. Okay, so let's see how I gotta do some deducing here.
How many elephants I have eaten?
Well, I gotta do some math again because I
It's
lost my
2
whole
something.
thing. 4 times 365, and then
2.6, 2.7.
you said you're 22.
Yeah.
22. So you've eaten 32,120 pounds of food. If you've eaten 4 pounds of food a day.
Dang.
Because I'm going in between. It says 3 to 5 pounds of food is how much an average human eats. So 32,120 so far. So Quinn, you have eaten 2.29 elephants.
Nice.
I was off by 0.3.
I need to get that number up there.
Yeah. Let's see here. 4 times 365 times. See, Ashton and I are 20, almost 25, so I'm going to use 25. 36,500 pounds of food we've eaten so far.
Hell yeah.
And then divided that between the elephant. We've eaten 2.61 elephants. Almost 3. Almost 3
there.
elephants.
You're working on
Almost
it.
there.
Yeah. So there you go. That's some statistics I bet you didn't think about. So eating.
Yeah, I need to eat.
Yeah, I think eating.
It's one of my favorite
well,
activities.
you can also do so much stuff with food. You can eat with people, like not eat the people, as Quinn would like to specify earlier into this
we're
conversation.
Not Hannibal Lecter here, all right?
But yeah, it's but yeah, you get to eat with people, experience new cultures and stuff like that. And I feel like food is one of those things that universally everyone has their own style. So like to try somebody's creative art that is food, I would say that.
Yeah. Just think about all the fried foods and like.
You probably lose a lot of weight if you don't eat anymore.
Yeah, I'd look god awful if I were to stop eating. I would look disgusting.
Well, also you wouldn't have to eat. So theoretically, the only thing in your diet
You
that
wouldn't
would be
gain or lose weight technically.
well, your water weight, you'd still gain and lose. You can still
but that's
you can
only
still lose and gain weight with liquid though. So that's the other thing. You can still do that.
Yeah, if we're talking water weight, but I mean, if
There's also like protein shakes and things
so
like
you're
that.
saying that's an option though, is like
Well, that's the other thing is you still have to drink. You cannot not drink.
yeah, for hydration, but what if like you still have to drink?
Well, and then
to-
proteins and stuff and things like that. You still need the nutrients, so you'd have to
so
find
you have
other
to
thing.
find everything in a meal.
Yeah,
and
I would
just, like,
assume
Oh
so.
my God.
To keep your body alive, you wouldn't need to eat that amount of food, but you would still need to
You'd need
absorb it in some way, shape, or form.
So you wouldn't necessarily need to eat as much, just enough to get the nutrients. That
yes, you would still need to get the nutrients.
So you could just take
to survive.
So you could just take vitamins
You could, yeah,
and you'd be fine.
you could, yes.
But you'd be eating them then. Though.
No,
Oh.
you just swallow them,
But you still have to digest them. I guess your liquid you'd have to digest too.
and the
You
liquid.
could
will
put
be
it
I
in,
fine.
think.
like, a
Okay, so
blender.
where are we saying? What is the definition of eating for us? I'll look it up. But what do you
So
think the
eating,
definition?
eating
of
food and going through all the digestive things, because you have to chew it. You have to. If it's something you can swallow whole.
But you could swallow like a burger whole.
I don't know what weird humans you've come across in your
just
time.
dislocating the jaw to like shut it down. All right, eating. Verb.
Thank you. I was,
Put food. It says put food, like bracketed in there,
wow.
Yeah, like
into
human.
the mouth and chew and swallow it. He was eating a hot dog. So that's the definition of eating.
Okay.
So you have to chew it.
Yeah.
Eat out.
I don't think we need to go
Having
that
a
one.
meal in a restaurant.
Oh, okay. Well,
There is another definition.
let's hear it.
Vulgar slang, U.S. Perform fellatio or cunnilingus.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Eating up dessert.
The
Nom nom nom.
oh god.
Hello, ladies.
I like how that's in the definition of on Bing. That's literally in the definition spot.
Oh, Bing. Bing knows what's up.
Bing do have they just have it. Yeah. Apparently the origin is Old English Itan of Germanic origin.
Ah.
So the Germans thought of it.
So I'm gonna say like.
So
Even
you would
worst
have
case,
to put it in the mouth, chew it, and swallow it.
Yes.
That's eating.
Yes.
You cannot do that
and
anymore.
even if it is too gray, you could also just drop the fucking vitamins in water and let them dissolve.
You could. That would taste
So what
horrible.
if you
Because all that stuff isn't supposed to hit you until you get in the stomach. What did you say?
what if
Glenn?
you like rip apart bits of a hamburger and like take the bits and just swallow it whole? Could you do that? That's
You're not allowed to let
you-
it. You can't chew it.
Yeah, the definition is you can't chew it.
so you
So
could
let's
just
just
cheat.
say, are you just missing your teeth? So you got dentures.
Well, you can still chew stuff without teeth.
You pop them in without no, because then you're gumming it. You're not chewing it.
I mean, applesauce, you're still technically eating it. You're still eating applesauce.
Yeah.
But then that sort of pulls into the thing of
See-
you can't blend stuff.
Oh my god.
Because you don't drink applesauce.
Yes, you do. I see babies drink applesauce all the time.
Because they don't know no better. I think because when you're having applesauce, you're eating applesauce. That's the
So
action.
we're going
of
with just because
applesauce.
it's technically not a liquid; it's a puree.
Well,
So
do you
it's-
eat
yeah.
yogurt?
No, I swallow it. I don't eat it. I don't chew it. Unless it has berries in it, then obviously I chew it. Then I eat yogurt. That is true. I eat yogurt.
But you can also
But you can also get the Go-Gurt and you're just swallowing
yeah,
it.
You're drinking it.
So
Yeah.
you could get like the more liquid yogurt, like the
Yeah.
ones you get in the bottles.
I think the gray area is if it has stuff in it. As long as you can just not use your teeth anymore. Your jaw lining chewing can't happen anymore.
That's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah, you still have teeth because that's not a part of this. Yeah, you can get dentures to fix that.
This one sounds like the worst option out of them, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think eating is the best to keep having because it would make more sense to keep that around.
All right.
What else is there? We didn't choose drinking.
Oh, that was an option?
Oh,
That was an option, but we chose not to
See,
drink. Do
here's
you
my
want to
thing.
change yours?
No, I love my option.
Okay. So why did we not choose drinking?
because there's so many different like cool mixed drinks you can find. You got milkshakes. I mean, you got slushies. You got alcohol if you want to have an extra fun time.
You got yogurt.
You got yogurt.
Does
Yeah,
qualify.
I mean, there's like lots of stuff, and soda's like, even though it dehydrates you, it's so refreshing.
Yeah, I think there's. Yeah, because you can. It's just the same thing like food. Like you can share a drink with somebody, or you can. It can become an activity. I mean, hell, there are shops specifically designed to go and get a drink. There are bars, there are coffee shops, and all they sell, well, for the most part, the reason why people are showing up is for drinks, not for
The
food.
Yeah.
Even though those places do sell food, but for the sake of the point, those shops they just sell drinks.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, this one, I could technically live without. The bathroom one and the drinking one, I could do without them, technically. Those would be my two picks.
That means you can't drink coffee ever again. You
Yeah,
can't
but you
drink.
can.
But you can eat the
You
beans.
can
Like,
eat. Yeah.
You can't eat the
They have
beans.
chocolate-covered coffee beans,
you
man.
can eat the beans if that's
And
how you.
chocolate.
But it doesn't taste the same.
Chocolate also has caffeine in it, so.
Yeah, you can. You can like get your caffeine fix. I guess it's more of the
like the
The
experience.
act of doing it,
like
yeah.
the feeling.
yeah. You won't ever get to have like
That's
a
true.
sweet cream cold brew ever again.
Oh,
You
man.
can't have,
Those are
like-
so good. Have you had the Irish cream cold brew?
I think so.
That one's fucking bomb.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, Quinn. What do you think? The drinking one. Why is this such a bad thing to just get rid of? Never having to do.
I mean, I like drinking stuff. It's good. You know, on a hot day when you're dying and the sun is scorching and you're out there and you're working on the fields and stuff like that.
What?
You get a nice glass of
Yes, the
lemonade.
rice fields. We
And
all
the
know.
man on the horse is yelling at you.
Yeah. and you're like drenched in sweat, and you're like trying to cry, but you don't have enough liquid in you.
Your name's Toby.
Yeah, Toby with an I with an accent over there. Yeah, the drink would be good in that situation.
Man, you're really hard selling that drink there.
Back in the 1800s, that would have been a time to really get a good, nice iced tea.
Nice.
What did they do back then? They didn't have. Did they just have like canteens for everybody back then?
For what?
For all
In
the
like the
workers
Wild
in
West?
fields? Yeah.
The workers in the field?
Yeah.
Oh, they probably didn't get anything. They probably got the dirty water that the horses drank out of. That's probably what happened.
Go to a river, you know.
Yeah, that's probably the other option. It was not a great time, actually. I don't know. They didn't just walk into the planter house and was like, "Hey, boss, can I just go ahead and grab a nice ice cold beverage in the fridge?"
It's just a trough as it was the old water cooler.
Unfortunately, I think that's how that works. I don't
Fuck
know.
that.
I wasn't a slave owner at a time.
Yeah,
so.
because like a lot of them had like that like a barrel.
Do you want me to look it up?
They probably
You
had a
obviously
barrel
where slaves drank.
Yes.
This is a sad story.
I know. We like immediately went. I don't know how far we're gonna touch this, but I feel like we're fine. We're fine.
It was like a barrel filled with water, and they'd have a ladle, because that's what they did back in the West. I know that because I played Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm looking up where did slaves drink?
Well, you got to make sure you find like the old ones, not the recent ones, okay?
This is on Answers.com.
Because the recent ones you can just say garden hose.
Here's what Answers.com. The first thing right here. They drank water if they could get a hold of it.
Okay, so we're just gonna go with rain.
It's like, hey asshole, they just tried. If they could get it, they got it.
All right. My bad.
God.
What did Africans slave get to drink? I don't. Here, hold on. I gotta plug in the computer.
Oh no.
Go on.
I mean, I was thinking more like further back slaves, like European
Like the
ones.
Egyptian. Wait, Europeans.
Yeah, we brought over European slaves too. Africans weren't the only ones. They're just most of them.
Okay. Wait, what is this? What is this? Did the slaves drink Pepsi? Answer: no. They were lucky if
Those
they drank
bastards.
at all.
No Pepsi? You son of a bitch. We're going to unionize.
Yeah. There were no break rooms, as I'm aware. What did the slaves drink on board ships? Unfortunately, little or nothing.
That's the reoccurring answer.
They're just licking the
It
deck
seems
of the
like
train.
water was the option of choice there.
Water or nothing.
In the 1700s, did the African slaves eat or drink during the journey? The African slave... Oh, God, this opened up a whole thing here. The African slaves being transported during the 1700s were given food and drink at the whims of the slave traders and captains. They were often let below deck with no food or drink for days at a time.
Ooh, that's rough.
There's like a wormhole that these
Okay,
it
let's
still
get out
keeps
of that.
suggesting
Let's get
things,
out of this
and they're
hole.
getting farther and farther away and more broader and broader.
Man.
But anyway, yeah, I guess water. that was all I got.
Cool. All right. So we'll probably just go with rainwater.
I would assume if whatever they could get was what they got. Unfortunately,
Okay. Well, drinking.
I mean, I don't know what like the Jews got when they were Egyptian slaves, but probably water. They probably didn't even get a chance to get wine.
In Egypt, there weren't no fucking water there.
There's water. That's how they survived. They were on the Nile, right? That was where the Moses was, I think.
The Moses.
Moses, where Moses was. I don't know. I think that was Egypt.
Yeah, I watched that one movie.
Yeah, but what is it? Yeah, there was a DreamWorks movie about
Yeah.
Moses. It's interesting.
I can't remember what it's
What?
The Egyptian king.
What are you singing right now?
DreamWorks. Their thing. Where it shows the moon and everything.
Wow,
And
I don't
splash
even know that to heart.
I watched Shrek too many times.
I guess
called.
so.
Do the Pixar opening.
Oh, with the
noise.
little dude
Yeah,
jumping on the
yeah.
eye.
It's a little
do
lamp.
it.
I don't know the soundtrack for it. Is there a soundtrack
No,
for it?
it's
I
a
think
noise.
It's a
Do the
noise.
Oh, I can't make the noise.
It's like
Oh my god.
Looks back and forth.
All right, if anyone can cut that sound from this podcast and add it to a GIF, we'll give you a shout out.
Do it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think going back to the drinking, because we went all the way to slavery. Drinking would be terrible not to have. So
yeah, we really take it for granted, don't we?
Yeah, I think there's, I don't know, there's a lot that you could do with a drink, because if you're not hungry, you could just walk to the fridge and grab a drink, but now you can't do that. So now if you're hungry, you gotta eat.
We could be living in like Michigan or like fucking. I mean,
there goes our Michigan audience.
No, they know it. I mean, they know it. It's not news to them. I mean, they have just fucked up water, so I feel bad for those people.
I would have gone with more of like, the Central Africa or like countries that really strive.
I'm just trying to keep it within the country so we don't end up in another hole again.
What are you talking about? Like that happens in the Asian culture, like Asian countries too. Well, yes, it's everywhere. It's like Central America has water problems. South America has problems, and apparently even we do. So
I know, but we're in the Northwest where it's not a problem.
That's true.
Like you go down to California, they have a water shortage all the time.
Or Eastern Washington.
Yeah, or Eastern Washington.
Yeah, they don't get as much rain.
In Western Washington, it rains. We have the mountains here.
Yeah.
So I mean, we got lots of
and the ocean.
And the ocean.
Well,
you get a little filter out there. It is really much. It is that thing of like, with eating and drinking, it's one of the things that it's like, it's an activity in itself. As I know that, like, you can have a nice walk with somebody and talk with them,
but you can also crawl with
them. You can also crawl with them, like
Tommy,
like Tommy Pickles from the Rugrats, or you can.
I was thinking like Smeagol,
where you're like hopping around, like galloping on your knees. Oh, gross.
Like, wouldn't that be romantic? You're with your significant other, and you're just like,
what, in bed?
You're like looking like a little wretch in Gears of War, like just hopping around.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be more of what you would look like. You just can't move. You just can't walk. You just can't stand up. Yeah, no, I think that if we put more rules on the walking, where like you were just flat up paralyzed, obviously,
or your legs got like blasted off.
Lieutenant Dan, ice cream.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant Dan.
Oh man, yeah, no, he. If that happened, then yes, that would suck, because then you have to deal with this whole like, the bathroom situation becomes an issue. Eating and drinking obviously are not really that bad of a thing, but driving, like daily activities, would be way worse.
That'd be terrible. You could slip and fall in the toilet.
Fall in the toilet and get flushed out. I'm gone. I didn't have legs. No, I definitely think that it's like, that activity, the fact of having legs is really something that it's like, man, that would definitely suck to not have that. And like, it's the same thing with, I was almost tempted to add the arms. So if arms were in this race,
oh fuck no,
would you not? Would you choose to have arms?
Arms versus legs.
I would.
Arms versus legs. Would you choose to lose your legs or lose your arms?
I will lose my legs.
Yeah,
because I don't mind crawling around like a little like Smeagol guy.
Hey man, if I can game and beat my meat, I'm good to go.
Okay, at the same time.
Yeah, well, you could do that. You could learn to do that with your feet too, though.
Yeah, while you're playing. Sorry, guys.
You have to get really flexible. Hey, but the thing is losing your arms, you can still play video games. Xbox got you hooked up on that one.
Yeah, the adaptive controller.
Yeah,
I know some people are actually really good with it too.
I've seen people that don't even have that apparatus. This is like people that gamed before that. Were
when they have the below elbow amputation, they're playing it with their fucking elbow and shit, and they're all fucking crazy good with it.
Yeah, I would
talent.
Definitely say that. Yeah, I would definitely keep my arms.
Yeah,
if it came down to the
like
wire there.
And like legs, I mean, it's whatever. I mean,
yeah.
It's the only thing I'm gonna do with that is walk.
Yeah,
run.
You could gain a lot of weight that way, though. I mean, you'd still work
good
out.
For me.
You can still work out, but like, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you wouldn't be able to do anything for yourself if you had no arms.
Okay.
You have to eat with your feet, bro.
So you would choose the arms too, Quinn?
Yeah.
Like you would keep the arms?
I would keep my arms.
Yeah.
But, I do think, like, you could learn to use your feet to, like, eat, pick it up with a fork and all that.
Yeah, just out of the restaurant. Don't mind me.
Let me just take my shoes off here.
Like, pick up a slice of pizza.
Sir.
I'm handicapped. How dare you?
They would see that your arms are, like, dangling to the side.
Like, I'm still wearing a button shirt without arms going through it. Oh, man. Yeah, I would.
You'd never be able to wear a tank top ever again.
I don't now.
Yeah, me neither. It's not the look
You
for
could
me.
wear it around your, like, legs. That would become your, like...
Be like a onesie.
Oh, no.
Everything would be a onesie. Just
Everything
a hoodie.
would be onesie. What about if we do, like... Because the thing about this one was I wanted to not do just the senses one. Because the senses one is, like, the traditional one. Like, you can't see, hear, taste, touch,
or feel emotion.
I'll look up the 5 senses.
Oh man,
You lose your humanity. That's the.
I would not. If I were to choose any of the 5 senses, I wouldn't want to taste because that's the one that
smell. That's the other one.
with smell.
So you perception, taste, visual perception. What?
Well, because a lot of your taste comes through your nose too.
Okay, here's a little graphic with a little boy here that says, "This is what it looks like," and it says, "The sense of smell, the sense of sound. So you can smell, hear, see, taste, and touch. Those are the 5 senses. So which one do you think is the most important out of that?
Oh, most important.
Yeah,
Sight.
Sight
or hearing. I think.
I would say sight as well. You can get through life with sight.
I would say touch is the most important one to survival because you're gonna if you lose your sense of touch, you don't know if
you're on
broken
fire.
Anything, you're on fire.
Yes, there are people that are like that. I saw a
Yeah,
Vsauce video about that.
Yeah, Vsauce.
Yeah. Hey, Vsauce. Yeah, I think I can get through life. Okay, so I would say the most important is sight. Quinn, you agree? Sight, and then Ashton, you're saying touch.
Touch would be the most important.
So you would be
one.
blind.
Yeah. I would. I'm just saying in general, but
Yeah.
personally,
Oh wait,
I would
we'd
like to have my
sacrifice
sight
everything but the one.
That's what I'm asking.
Oh my god!
I want to keep.
Okay,
my sight.
let's start with this first. What would be one that you would get rid of? That you have to get rid of these: smell, sound, sight, taste, and touch. Smell.
I can smell like ass, and
but
not know
it. But you wouldn't be able to taste very well. You could still do it, but it wouldn't be as good.
Those are interchangeable for me because like. You get rid of taste, and then you can smell, but then you can't taste anything.
But you'd be like a snake. You just stick your tongue out to try and get as much flavor to yourself.
Yeah, I think
those are the 2 I would sacrifice. Smell and
which one would you choose over the other though? Smell. Okay.
I think I would choose smell
because then you can go into a locker room and not like be bothered by.
Oh man, it smells like someone died in here.
Yeah, exactly. You just be like.
I know. You live in a condo and the person next door died 5 years ago and you would never get to smell them.
You'd be all good.
But
you could taste them.
Wait, is that Jim? Yeah, that's him. That's definitely Jim.
Jesus Christ.
Sir, he's been dead for 5 years.
What would you
He's
guys,
turned into a soup.
Well, what would you guys choose for one out of your 5 senses to be enhanced?
Well, hold on. What did you answer for? What would you get rid of?
I get rid of my smell.
You smell?
Yeah.
There are some good smells though.
Yeah, like ass.
So ass to you is the worst and best smell?
Depends on the context. If someone shits themselves, you don't want to smell that. You're trying
That's
to get
very
down
true.
and dirty with a lady.
That's very true.
Or a man, if you're into that. Then we don't discriminate here. It's 2020.
Yeah, some asses smell better than others.
That's
dude.
probably true.
As long as it's clean.
I would probably say smell as well, just because it's like
Damn, sick rhyme, bro.
you would lose your sense of touch, which would mean
You can
sensitivity. You wouldn't even get to feel like
never,
sex anymore.
You wouldn't get to feel a vagina ever again.
Well, you could feel it.
You could touch it,
You
but
wouldn't
you'd
be
be like,
able to sense
cool,
what it
it's
feels.
like
Oh God, it's like a silly putty packet. Like,
How would you even? Yeah, you would never get those vinegar strokes ever again.
Oh, all right. But you can taste it. So, okay, you're saying what would we choose to be enhanced?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Because the thing is about taste. If you enhance that, if something gets burned, you're screwed. Because then it tastes like really bad.
Yeah,
it just tastes like charcoal. Like you're licking charcoal.
Yeah, I wouldn't want my smell to be enhanced either because shit smells even worse. Every time you go to the bathroom, it's like a fucking...
Yeah, if someone farts, you can taste it.
So, if you enhanced your hearing, would that mean everything would be, super loud, too? Then?
Well, I would assume
I'm
that it would
assuming you'd
be
be able to
enhanced
tune
hearing.
certain stuff out, though.
Probably. But you'd hear the mice humping in the walls. So it's I don't know if I would want to choose sound.
I'd want my sight enhanced.
I would choose sight because I wear glasses. So,
oh, that's fair.
As a person now, I would enhance.
I'd want to be able
sight.
to focus on crazy detail. I want my fucking.
I want to be
my
sitting
eyes
in the
be,
nosebleed section of CenturyLink Field and seeing Marshawn Lynch and Russell Wilson the pores.
Oh my god!
Not a bad seat in this whole place. Yeah, I don't know. What about you, Quinn? What would you choose to enhance?
I don't know. They all sound awful to me. I guess maybe taste.
Taste, enhancing your taste.
Yeah.
Okay. You would taste. Now the thing is, going back to your food thing, your orgasmic food experiences,
Oh,
you would
no.
have that
That would
all
be
the
intense.
time. You would have that every
It'd be
single
exhausting.
time. I need a glass of water and I need a cigarette.
I'm just shooting powdered milk
Oh
everywhere.
God! There's nothing even coming out anymore.
My dick is just coughing out.
It sounds like that car from those old timey cartoons.
Oh my god!
See, you would go with taste.
Yeah.
Ashton would go with sight. I'd probably choose sight. Now, if you could only keep one, what would you choose?
Only keep one?
Yeah. So if you,
just did
for
that.
example, no, that was enhancing it.
I know, but before that we did that.
No, we were saying get rid of one.
Oh.
The one we said was we got rid of the other one. So we got rid of, for example, mine. I got rid of the sense of smell.
Yeah, but you and I both said we both want sight overall.
No, I said I wanted sight enhanced.
No.
Oh, I guess
we did just
your
talk-
question is yeah, I guess a different variant of that question, I guess.
Yeah.
But I'm saying now you're losing all of them. So you would lose, because if you choose to enhance one, all the other ones still exist. It's just, you would just get this one enhanced. Or does your answer still stay the same? You would, if you could only have one, you would still choose sight?
Yeah.
Okay. And why is that compared to sound, taste? Because these are just normal. It's just a normal sense of sight. But you would lose.
Being
you couldn't
able to
you'd be
see the
deaf.
world is a very magical thing.
Okay. What about you, Quinn? Or do you need a moment?
Probably sight too.
Sight as well. You'd keep that. I think sight for me as well, because it's we are gamers, so that would eliminate one of the biggest hobbies we have.
Yeah, you get the most brain stimulation from sight anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
And you can
compared to
still
sound.
even though you can't talk, you can still type. And you can see what people's expressions are. You can still interact
you
with
can
people.
learn sign language. You know.
Yeah, there's sign language. There's ways I think around it as opposed to sight. There's new experience, new ways to getting around it, but for the most part, it's still something. If you lose the sense of sight, it's gone. It ain't coming back the way it was. So
Yeah, and if you're not able to see and you can only hear, I mean, you're gonna get injured so many times.
yeah.
Yeah, and you wouldn't even know it.
And you won't even know if you got a bad bitch at your side.
Well, not only that, you if you got injured when you were blind, you wouldn't know it because you lost your sense of touch too.
Yeah.
So you'd be blind and your arm is chopped off.
Your arm you look like that scene from Ace Ventura. You're looking around. Hey, Paul. You're just flopping around.
Hey guys, how's it going? Dude, you need to go to the hospital. What do you mean?
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, hey, Ashton, how you doing? Oh, hey. You're just looking like a waveable, inflatable man.
You look like Opie from Family Guy.
Hey. Oh, man. Well, can you believe it? We've actually made it to the end of the episode.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Did you win?
I sorta. I was getting a little nervous there when I thought we were gonna run out, but I was like, you know what? Let's add the.
Let's
fun
talk about
sentences.
slaves.
Yeah, next episode, let's talk about slavery.
No, let's not.
Talk about slaves,
No,
cannibalism.
because if you say that, then I have to add it to the list.
No, we're not diving into that one. We're predominantly white on here.
Maybe if we get like a historian, like maybe we'll go into history stuff. But other than that, we're not gonna like jokingly touch slavery.
Nah.
What
about indentured servitude? How about that?
And the difference. Anyway,
like Batman's butler.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode. Is there anything you want to like say? Is there any final words that you guys have to say about this whole thing?
How many people did I eat in my lifetime?
Oh, hold on.
600?
600 something.
I didn't total that part out. I didn't total how much people we would have ate. So, if we eat 4 pounds a day times 365 times 22, that's 32,120. Oh wait, no. Sorry.
32,000 people. Dang.
Sorry.
You gotta divide that by 1.
Yeah, I didn't divide it. I missed some math there. Times 22 divided by, let's say, a 200-pound person. I wrote 2,000. 200 pound. No. No way. Hold on. 4 times 365 times 22. Yep. Times or divided by 200. 160.6 humans.
Nice.
Is how much you ate.
Dang,
There you go, Quinn. See, you learned something today. You learned you ate 160, almost 161
That's crazy.
human beings.
You know how many people that is?
161.
All right, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. He would be proud. I'm sure he's looking up from where he's at. Going, that's it. So, any plugs you want? You have social media? Or I know that you kind of didn't when you were on Bitcade.
I don't have anything.
Anything you want to say to the PT Nation since you've been gone for like almost 2 years?
See you in another 3.
See you in another 3.
He's like a groundhog. He only comes out once in a while, and if he sees his shadow, he goes back in. That's why we didn't get him last year. So, Ashton, any final things to PT Nation?
No. If you're watching this on YouTube, we also have it on iTunes if you want to listen to it at work, and vice versa. Also, we got lots of other stuff. We got a website now, primaltarget.com, where you can find all of our social medias, which are also down in the description, and our Mixer channel. So please check us out on everything, because we are active on everything, mostly.
Yeah, that's going to be it. You can follow Ashton
on Twitter at Ashton_Ston.
Quinn, do you have a social media that people can go follow you on?
No, I don't.
Okay, where can they follow you?
Probably in person.
Okay.
Like if you see me on the street.
Just say hi to you?
No, just follow me.
Oh, okay. And you can follow me at Ryan at Ewar on all social media. That is going to be it. That is PT3600 wrapped up with a bow. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
So, I hear people taste like pork.
They taste pretty good.
Huh.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.